educational structures must always be in accordance with this process. To the extent that the structures promote business management and productivity, they will be winners. The process of the organization must always tend to generate value. Therefore, it is a duty to any organization to rethink that process in order to simplify them as much as possible and finding a way to place and control the information system.
What is Cuidado con el Perro? Cuidado con el Perro is a Mexican company specialized in the area of clothing. It has a work team with the best knowledge in the area of urban fashion. To meet customer expectations, it is in low cost and the good quality of the clothes, so that Cuidado con el Perro has been able to distinguish itself between the market. With its different designs, prints, and cuts different from what we are used to see in stores, thus capturing the attention of buyers.
The purchasing behavior of the potential customers is a very complex process because these have consequences in the decision making of the customers, and these classifications that I'm gonna mention are some of the behaviors that the company has. The first one is frequent customers, that they go to a store very frequently, every weekend because they really like the brand. The regular customers are those that buy on a regular basis but not too often, and the occasional customers are those who don't buy on a regular basis and they don't consider that the products of the company are essential for them. And normally, Cuidado con el Perro have low volume customers rather than a high volume, and also maybe the case that have influencer customers that really help them in the basis of the marketing. And in addition to this, we include what marketing is aiming to reach Cuidado con el Perro, and three classifications. The first one is young people, that they usually buy from themselves and because they like the brand and wants to follow new trends or fashion. And the young adults, that they buy products also for themselves because they like the brand and the quality. And finally, the family, that this group in general and to all types of family, and they usually buy for all of them and because they have a special event.
Strategies according to the target market to penetrate. The quantity marketing objective that must be established when wanting to international in a foreign country are the following: achieve an 80% return on the investment bank, achieve the market share of at least 25% of our target and segment, retaining 90% of the customers as repeat users, capturing the consumer preference and positioning the brand as a fashion and quality, consolidate the Cuidado con el Perro brand, establish a bridge between the company and the market, and highlight positive features of the brand and neutralize negative ones.
About management relationship with the potential customers, Cuidado con el Perro have a commitment to the clients and also thinks that the customer is a friend, so I always try to help, be respectful, and be kind to the people. Also, Cuidado con el Perro guarantee its customers the right to a responsible clothing, establish a permanent and respectful dialogue with its customers. It provides a product that cares for the environment, promotes transparent communication about this, and also monitors the use of dangerous chemical substances used in the clothes. In addition to this, we include what is worth investing in customer relationship is that the clothes that produce Cuidado con el Perro are exclusive content for clients. Also, develop loyalty programs, centralize information about customers, and optimize service and customer care. About the steps following the sales cycle that we all know we have to adapt it to the company. So in the first stage perspective, Cuidado con el Perro performs a marketing analysis so they can know all the potential customer that is aiming to. And through marketing, they can create an attractive advertising so they can attract more people. In the lead qualifications, they understand that the people who enters in the store is because they are interested in the products of the Cuidado con el Perro. So here, the sellers just want to extract important and relevant information about the customer so they can use next. And in the preparations, with all the information extracted before, they just want to create a great speech. And in this stage, the workers have an ability because they can be multitask and be active. About the initial contact, in this case, the floor sellers enter as a key point for the company because they are the ones who approach the customer in every moment, so they have to understand what type of customer is, what are their needs, and what the customer is there. And argumentation is probably the most important point because in this stage, the sellers just want to tell the speech that have created to the customer so they can convince the people to buy our products and have to transmit the added value that have the products. In closing the sale is almost everything done. Just we have to consider in this point that we have to have an efficient payment system because some customers need to pay with credit. And finally, after the sale, at this point, even if we already done the sale, we have to pay attention to the comments that the customer leave on social media. And if it's the case, if any customer have some problems so they want to make a return, we have to attend it well and have an excellent customer services. So in the next picture, this is a graphic representation of how the organization in general of the Cuidado con el Perro is. And the next one is organization chart of the sales force, specifically using the organization chart by the product line and department. And about the incentive program, Cuidado con el Perro offers all the workers discounts in all purchases, opportunity to be shareholders, possibility of rotation that just means that they are promoted, and feedback and job evaluations from the manager. And about the training plan, Cuidado con el Perro offers some different training plans for the new hired employees, and the structure of this training plan is first an introduction that just aims to introduce the new hired workers, how it's done, everything in Cuidado con el Perro. The next one is an store training in parallel. That just means that they put the new hired workers in a situation that just happen every day in the company. And finally, the realization of a project during the course is just an evaluation of how many knowledge they acquired during this training program. And finally, about the Salesforce evaluations, Cuidado con el Perro uses 3 ways to measure this performance based on the productivity and the sales cycle time, that is at the time that takes for a process to become a customer, and based on objectives. And these are some picture or formal representation of how the qualities, skills, techniques, and strengths are measured to the sellers.
Strategic direction will include principle and mission and vision, are the framework under which operating guidelines of an organization established. The deployment by policies around the operation and strategy runs organization, making it reach the lower levels and the same. Strategic alignments also provides the tools of organization to direct efforts and towards common goals. Not disperse knowledge, unify it, and make an organization work harmoniously and institutional goals.
Executive summary. What is the situation we want to solve? We want to impact on the clientele to generate popularity, meet the needs of customers, and seek their opinion to generate loyalty, as well as expand to reach more people. What do we need to do to achieve this? We have to rethink the sales and operations strategy. For this, we have to make changes such as constantly evaluate the performance of the company, maintain a healthy relationship with shareholders, attend to the needs of taste of customers, maintain a good relationship with suppliers, and above all, have a healthy work environment. Expected value of the solution. At the end of the implementation of the previous points, we expect to have an increase in the net sales, given that the production of the printing press will be improved as well as the store's catalog.